My name is Laura Citron and I'm CEO of London & Partners. London & Partners is the official promotional and economic development agency for London. So our job is to find the most exciting startups and scale-ups in India that we think have real potential in London and globally, and then to help them to expand successfully into London. And of course, fintech is such a booming and exciting market in India, and particularly here in Mumbai, that we're here tonight to meet some of the best businesses that have been launched here in Mumbai that want to expand internationally and see how we can support them to really grow in London. Well, this is a huge ecosystem. So there are more fintech startups in India than in the whole of the UK and Europe combined. So if you're looking at scale, this market is much bigger. What I'm seeing in India is that the market is naturally very focused, and quite rightly, on the issues that are going to be really transformational for the Indian economy and for Indian society. So a lot of that is around payments, and it's around access to finance for people and small businesses that are unbanked. In London, I see similarly that a lot of the solutions are focused on the key issues for consumers and businesses in the UK and other developed economies. And I think what I see in London is probably a broader set of different fintech products. So yes, payments is important, challenger banks is important, but we've also seen a lot of growth in areas like peer-to-peer lending, in green finance, in Islamic finance, but also in areas like prop tech, so property technology, insure tech, legal technology, reg tech. And so some of the affiliated areas that aren't strictly banking, but that are around financial and business services, where we're seeing real innovation as well in London. I think some of the top technologies that have been really transformational or game changers in the industry in the UK and Europe: innovation in payments technology, absolutely. The application of artificial intelligence and machine learning at scale to analyze big data problems. Blockchain is starting to get scale. There's a big cryptocurrencies business now. So we see lots of international fintech startups and scale-ups really who are choosing to come to London as a platform for global expansion. So businesses that have been successful in their home market and are now ready to really take the next leap and move on to becoming a global business, they come to London and they do very well in London. Why? I think there are 5 things that make the London ecosystem really work. The first is capital. There are deep pools of capital. It's the global financial centre, and it's a great place to raise money as a fintech startup. The second is talent. There are lots of developers and fintech specialists who are based in London and who can really develop the products as well as do sales and marketing globally. The third area is the customer. It's a very digitally fast-moving consumer customer, but it's also home to more corporate bank HQs than anywhere else in the world, and other corporate and global and EMEA headquarters. So if you're a B2B business, this is really where the customer is. And then if we look at regulation, the Financial Conduct Authority, which is the financial regulator in the UK, has been a real innovator in this area, and it has a regulatory sandbox which allows companies to test their products in real life. And that's really unique. And is now being developed throughout the world. And the final area is around convergence. It's the fact that all of these things exist in a single city, which is very easy to get around. So you can see an investor over breakfast, you can meet a developer in the morning, you can have lunch with the regulator, and you can go to a meetup in the afternoon. And you can do all that very easily within London. What we've seen is a real surge in Indian businesses coming to the UK and particularly to London to invest. So last year, 2018, was a record year for investment from India into London. And actually, London is the first choice of city for Indian businesses who invest internationally. I'm very excited by all of the potential that I've seen in this trip to Mumbai. We've met fantastic fintech companies who are based here and growing here, and I'm really looking forward to welcoming those companies in London in the coming years.